It is the immediate aftermath of where we left off last time. You have just had the confrontation with the unknown figure. It is still a dark, windy night, and mere moments ago, the strange figure swooped off over the darkened rooftops, leaving you somewhat perplexed. It landed on the roof of the warehouse, the abandoned warehouse that you were sleeping in, where you have the van inside, moved around. It was detected by Raira's sensors as she stood sentry, and the rest of you gave chase. Ed and Akira got to the rooftop and pursued it. Max saw it from the ground level. A unknown figure moving quickly with red glowing eyes and wings, which disappeared as quickly as it was able to after it realized that it had been discovered. You are 1 day's travel away from your current destination, where Mr. Smith has told you he is going. On his extremely paranoid and possibly circuitous route to wherever it is he is going, transporting a large, heavy, locked briefcase, which he appears to never leave out of his personal space.
Who is still awake downstairs in the warehouse?
I think everybody is, minus Siobhan.
Oh yeah,
Is
I
that right?
absolutely went right back to bed after I didn't hear gunfire.
Well, during all of that, Talbert was standing outside of the van, keeping watch. Got to keep the Badger covered.
Max will enter the warehouse floor again where everybody is, and he'll inform everybody about what he saw. Some crazy, weird thing with glowing eyes that just flew away.
Glowing eyes?
Indeed.
But y'all
Indeed.
shine a she pulls up her face, her eye mask, y'all shine a light on him and glow, cause plenty of people can do that. Or is this just on its own kind of thing? Cause that's freaky if that's the case.
Generally, you only have one. Generally, if it isn't your eyes, you only have one. I. If it were a flashlight, wouldn't it just have one light?
I meant somebody shining a flashlight on the eyes and the eyes reflecting it back like a cat's eyes is what Siobhan was referring to. Tapping and layer kind of stuff.
No, I
Were
don't
they
believe so.
were they glowing green like goggles or something?
Red.
Wait,
Ugh.
red?
Red, yes.
Weird.
Red, that's not normal.
Mm. So what we thinking is some kind of weird cryptid thing? I mean, there's stories.
I mean,
Not
no, red eyes aren't natural, but neither was that sign we. Neither was that sign we passed by a few hours ago.
So what, you think they're related? How you figure?
Uh, Sorry, I just noticed things and I can't help but feel. My mind tends to make patterns of a lot of things.
That's a perfectly good quality so long as it don't drive you nuts. Right,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's worth asking. She'll actually get up, begrudgingly. Go over and check and knock on his door, and just wanted to give you a report. Seems like we had a visitor tonight. Left as soon as it found out we were onto it. Some flying sort with big old red eyes. Ring any bells to you? And then ring familiar?
He wakes up, blinks, rubs his brow, blinks a few more times, and then you can practically hear the coin drop behind his eyes. He says, "Did you say a flyer with red eyes?"
That's what everybody's saying they saw you.
He begins hyperventilating.
Okay, how about we let whatever episode's hitting you pass? I'm right here. She's like, not first responder kind of shit, but like, let's have a little sit down before you make yourself pass out from being upright while you're not giving yourself and you're getting wobbly. Hold on, you're fine. You're fine.
You all right,
Like-
sir?
No, I am
That's
not
the thing.
fine. I am not all right.
He's having what we call a panic attack. It is okay.
Maybe we
As-
should
yes,
tell them.
Yes,
So
thank
as
you,
they
lady.
do
We
this,
know
right?
what that is.
I mean, he may not know what that is. Seeing as he's about to like, does he end up making himself pass out from like, or how is he?
He doesn't quite pass out, but he does look like he's possibly seeing stars. He eventually manages to get his breathing under control a bit and say, that's very bad. Okay. No, that's very bad. That stupid lion. Why didn't he... The day after... Oh, God. Okay. I don't know how they're following me. I don't know how they know where I am. But that's very bad. He said he didn't see anything for weeks, so either he wasn't paying attention or they just caught up with me. This is very bad. We have to go. We have to go right now.
Whoa, slow down. Who's following you?
Well, I can't be... Well, I don't know exactly who specifically, but I mean that's very bad. There's only a few things that it could be, and exactly what I tried telling him and what I've more or less told you. I'm going to shorthand it and say I'm assuming it's an assassin. That's probably going to kill me.
So as he says this, Raira passes by and waves, and hearing that from Raira's sensors, Akira speaks out from it. You mean like ninjas?
What's it with you and fucking ninjas?
Ninja, please.
Alright, well, if there is an assassin after you, one thing for sure, you're not going to be visible from now on. You should be staying in the back of the van, and we're going to make sure you're not going to be exposed.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, you won't get any you won't get any arguments from me. Oh god.
This might be a bit of an odd question. Mr. Akira, does your companion have the ability to sense and track by heat, by any chance?
It's by like sound, right? Just like
it is essentially 3-dimensional active sonar.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it works like your everyday. It works like the usual. It works like a radar, basically.
Okay.
Looks up at heat. I can see heat spots.
Wonderful. Follow my crazy theory for a brief moment here. If this creature, this individual, excuse me, was attempting to, well, engage, but chose to not pursue further than simply showing up, seeing whether it's our numbers or equipment, what have you, and decided to leave. That means it's been tracking for quite some time and was unaware of this recent change in roster. So, got me thinking.
Is he gonna come back with more?
I mean, either that or is simply watching and waiting for an opportunity to, well, do whatever. My question is, Vectrex, can you sense any sort of heat coming from Mr. Smith's case?
Do I?
It appears when you give me an awareness check.
Okay.
I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it at plus 20 because it's a fairly routine to just look at something that's in front of you.
Well,
Okay. Well, you're keen. How many degrees of success is that?
that's out of 55, so 5.
Okay. So 5 degrees of success. Well, you, between your keen serpentine senses and your personal expertise, you gain the appreciation that what Mr. Smith has there is probably far more than a simple container. It is significantly warmer than it should be, and the heat is separated into a few different locations, a few different blobby blocks of color that you can see in the infrared spectrum. And given your background and the type of steady pulsing heat that you're seeing, you would come to the fairly reasonable conclusion that the briefcase is a carrying case for some kind of mobile computer.
He slinks right up to it and almost sticks his face right up against the case. See, I need to see this.
He clutches it to his chest, like wraps his arms around it. Does he do this often?
His head doesn't move. It's following the case.
Yes.
So far, yes.
Just like smacks his face, the flat of his face into it.
Yes.
Now, I'm being completely honest here. If whoever is pursuing you for this, obviously it means something of great value either to the individual following us or to whoever the individual is employed by. This is understood, obviously. However, knowing a little bit more might in fact give us a reason to give a damn about when the next time this individual shows up so that we know how to potentially deal with them. And if you just say, just shoot the damn person, that isn't an answer that I'm willing to abide by or accept for a plethora of reasons. For one, got no clue what the hell's going on. So, I can go make my gold elsewhere if I need to.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you a few things. It's not like any of this will be. This isn't valuable to you, so I guess I can tell you. It is potentially very valuable and very important, just not to any of you. It's no offense, it's just this is specialized, and make him take his head off of the case and I will open it for you, okay?
I'm not going anywhere near him.
I think you'll get to see exactly what's inside if you give it a few paces back.
Tabard puts a shoulder on Vectrix and just calmly just pulls him back gently.
Oh,
I'm not going near him.
He slinks back and then slinks all the way around behind the badger and is a few paces away, though his head keeps slowly leaning in over his shoulder. And he says, it's a computer.
Imagine he just like extends his body like fully, so he like arcs up over him from behind.
Ah, yes, the striking pose, not threatening at all to a badger. That ain't a mongoose. You're good. Go for the kill.
So you can open the box or not.
Okay. He sets it on an old desk nearby, undoes the latch, and opens it up. There is a small screen, a small flat plasma screen, a keyboard, and a little like a little trackball selector instead of a mouse, and the whole thing is extremely chunky. And it says, "There, there's also like a file folder with some papers and some notes. This is a computer. It's mostly a portable, rugged data storage. It's a lot chunkier than either of the laptops that you have. It looks like it's about 5 times heavier. It's mostly just for storing data and moving it from place to place. I still am by expertise, but no longer by trade. I study information, data. I crunch numbers and I figure things out from hidden patterns in information. I study things. And I was working for some people to do some data analysis, and I found something that was extremely alarming to me, and I realized I had to take my information and get out before they knew what I found, because I realized what an extremely dangerous position I was in, and I had to get out, and I have to get this information to the right people so that they can know about it. And this is all very, very technical and very sensitive, and I'm not going to hold a dissertation explaining exactly what I found and how and why I think it's important, because I mean this with the most genuine respect to all of you. I don't think any of you would understand.
So, you could have just called yourself a whistleblower and I wouldn't have had to pepper you with any extra questions.
Oh.
What do you mean I wouldn't understand?
Company you work for deals in a bunch of different shit. You found something that you didn't personally agree with, you thought was wrong. You want to get that information to the right people and have them deal with it. I'd say less at that point.
And
I thought you were smuggling eggs or something.
Eggs? No.
I mean, if the individual that was gooning at us a second ago was like a moth person, I mean, insectoid metas reproduce via egg, and I thought there was something fucked up there, but I was wrong, so thankfully.
Well, if you, and I'm not saying that you're lying, if people saw what you say you saw, and you didn't mistake it for something else, then the people that I took this from, the people who I used to work for, not only know that I took it, but they know where I am, they might know where I'm going, and they have sent someone who is definitely going to try to take this back, and probably going to try to kill me for having taken it in the first place.
Okay, 2 questions. First, I'm asking you, Stone.
Yes.
Is the case it's carrying in basic? Oh, I can't remember the term now, but like a Faraday box. It's not allowing connections out of it.
You don't know if it's built as a Faraday cage. It appears to be solid. It appears like solid aluminum. Like it's like a heavy aluminum case, like corrugated metal sides.
Okay.
the computer itself does basically what he say. From what you can just see, just looking at it and what he said, it doesn't seem like the computer has like a Wi-Fi system built into it. But it's not necessarily that the case itself is designed to stop incoming or outgoing signals. Just that the computer doesn't have any kind of wireless capability built into it.
All right.
Second question:
Akira.
He's going to scan for RFID tags
Yep.
How do you do this?
with my laptop.
Yeah. So Akira was planning to do the same thing, but with Bluetooth.
Okay. Well, you can. Akira can. I will make you roll for this because this is a very basic very basic thing. You can just basically turn on, your connections and like search for available connections, and you're not getting anything apart from maybe Vectrex's laptop.
He will
How-
specifically disable communications with that.
Click the do not trust connection with prejudice.
All right. So nothing.
You don't see anything. How exactly is Vectrex planning to look for an RFID chip using his laptop? I'm just not quite understanding.
Well, I assume that there is some sort of scanning tech, some sort of handheld scanning tech I'm not aware of. But he is going to do just like something similar. He's going to communicate with the chip in his spine to see if there's anything out there that is connectable to him.
Ooh, did you take whispers? Did I see that you did that in your character sheet?
I think so. You said like I had the thing where I'm listening to old AI or old technology.
Yeah. Let me. What did you take that power in at character creation? I thought I saw you had something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking neato.
Okay. Well, it's time to do some psychic shit.
Yeah.
Which leaflet is it in, by the way, so I can look it up? I wrote the note. I wrote the things what it is, but not what it is.
He's a sociopathic technopath.
He's not a sociopath. He's just insanely autistic. These things might be indistinguishable in some situation. Be honest.
Hey, that's artistic to you, mister.
Slightly artistic.
I think I'm acoustic.
Oh shit! Absolutely acoustic.
Oh my god, a technophile audiophile. Just been in like the the traits list, but I don't think I actually had the stats, and I didn't get around to fully statting out the pseudo psychic powers yet. So I'm looking up the original version of it and making a ruling right now. So bear with me for a moment.
Okay, I just remember I took it as part of like, well, not as part as being a black paw, but as an ancillary kind of talent.
Why don't you give me a willpower test to see if you can tune in to anything that might be going on?
Nah, 2 over.
Okay. Well, it's enough. You don't get any specific information. You're able to kind of use your implants to sort of feel out and suss out that there is some kind of energy. It might be some kind of signal, it might be some kind of communication, it might just be that this thing is, by dint of being so big or possible, you can definitely tell that there's some kind of energy, but whether it's an intentional beacon or just a consequence of how it works, you can't exactly say. It might just be big and clunky and not entirely well shielded.
Okay, he's going to like twitch a few times and then smack himself on the side of the ear hole. And go, oh, yeah, it's static.
That looked painful.
Our attack nerd is tweaking out.
He kind of like, I assume being like a kobold, you also have those like ear holes.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to like try and put his hand to the side of your head and push it up against the laptop and say, "Can you not hear this?"
God, get your hand off me. Ugh.
I washed it.
I don't care. Get away from me.
Oh.
Everybody
Completely
hates
valid.
the bug.
Nobody touches me unless I approve of it first.
Hey.
Okay, going to interrupt here, but what time is it?
It is the middle of the night.
Okay, Tabert is going to give a very large yawn and just say, "Okay, that's great, but can we deal with this in the morning or either head out? Because I don't think now is the time for this. We just need to get him to where we need to go. And I would
Yeah.
rather we deal with this in the morning."
I'll pedal to the metal tonight.
We don't-
Or this morning. Or, yeah.
'Cause right now, we don't need to worry about him putting this on a flash drive.
Yeah. Right now, we need to. Right now, I think we need to start to. I'm on board. We need. They know where we are. I don't think it's wise for us to stand around while we talk about this.
All right, all in favor of us getting some shut-eye? or do
I
we
think
head
we-
out on the road? Show hands? No.
I mean, I'm basically awake now, so if we want to hit the road, that's fine. She'll raise her hand.
Yeah, I think we're driving. You can sleep. I hope you're able to sleep well on the road, sir. Sorry, what was your name, mister?
I'm assuming you're talking to Carter.
I'm talking to the raccoon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Lieutenant Tabert, at your service.
Yes, Lieutenant. It doesn't. This place suddenly feels a lot less safe, and I'd rather we get away from here. I'm not just talking about him.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, the danger is coming with you.
All right, everyone. Go load up in the vehicles. Mr. Smith, you're sitting in the back with me. I'm going to make sure that nothing will happen to you.
I just pedal to the metal tonight, then. Max will
I guess-
jump in the
I
driver's
absolutely-
seat.
I absolutely concur.
Yep.
You get driving. It's the middle of the night. You hit the road pretty quickly. Vectrex keeping his eyes and extended heat and other heat sensing organs pointed skyward. Doesn't see anything. Doesn't really see anything that you wouldn't expect to see, which in this case is nothing. It's just a big expanse of cold night sky.
Yeah. Loath for me to say, Mr. Smith, but that snake heard things coming from your computer. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that's them tracking us.
You think that my computer is being tracked because The snake, after banging his head against the metal casing, says that he heard the computer make noise.
Ask not for whom the Omnisire bestows their blessing. Simply listen and learn.
Yeah, yes, yes, he's weird, but he's a certain kind of weird.
Well, if they are following this case, then I suggest that you all do the job I am paying you for, and please protect my life, because I am not dropping this case. It's the only reason I'm out here risking my life to get it to the people who need to see it.
Don't worry, Badger. We got you covered. Now here, opens up the van door. Would you please get inside and we can head out?
Yeah, he climbs on in, and y'all get trundling off down the road.
Yep.
He hides in the back wherever Tabart tells him to sit.
Tabert will take up a position on the other side of him in the van and goes back to sleeping in a sitting position.
Mr. Smith, is our destination changing any? Because it sounds like Alexandria might be our best spot for this kind of information. So I don't have any inquiry skills, but I do have a +5 personal social bonus. So inquiry is intelligence or fellowship.
Inquiry is fellowship. You could try to.
All right.
You could try to roll fellowship. You could try to roll half of your fellowship +5 to try and convince it out of him, or maybe an awareness.
There we go.
Okay.
Cute dog energy.
He looks back at your very heartfelt request, and he sighs and says, "Okay, fine. I was already going to Alexandria information."
Well, I think that encounter just made our route a lot more direct.
We'll go to the next town like we were planning on, and then plot the rest of our route from there. See if there's any local information on potential hazards on the road or problems that we might have to deal with along the way. But yes, my destination is Alexandria. In character, most of you know would perhaps have at least to some degree heard of Alexandria. It is essentially, from what some of you know of it, at least from general travelers' information, a city-state of some kind that is entirely dedicated to essentially the sciences. It's basically a nation of archaeologists and historians. They record and copy a lot of information. They also tend to poke around in a lot of people's business looking for more information.
Which is perfectly fine by me. I hear that they're very closely tied to the Savage World adventures as well.
If there's anything that I've known about them, they're tied to as many different places for new information and new and old information as could possibly be, so that doesn't surprise me much at all. They were real interested to hear about my daddy's discoveries with certain horticultural developments from back home. In fact, they showed up at our doorstep before we even sent out any sort of message. A little spooky, if you ask me, but they were nice enough.
So yes, Akira is on full alert, ready and on the lookout for anything suspicious, even as awful as his low light vision is.
That sure is a dark window you're looking out of.
Yes.
You see the reflection of a dog looking back at you.
Who's that man?
He's wearing a little hat.
Oh my god, they've begun disguising themselves as a...
Somewhere deep in your genetic programming lingers the urge to bark at it.
All right, on the road now.
Well,
We should
you're
be getting
moving
out of here soon.
All right.
Truly.
If Vetrix is being if Vetrix is going to be up in the front with Max, there'll be some ground rules while I'm driving. Don't touch me. Don't touch anybody else, and keep your eyes peeled.
Okay.
You hear our boys call up from the back. You can touch me if you need to.
Why would I want to touch a girl?
Exactly. Wait.
At the sound of Vectrix's voice, Akira's head turns, and now even as he's looking out the window, every now and then you see him look in the direction of where Vectrix is.
So funny.
Well, so you are moving a bit slower, given that you are moving at night. But even so, having set out at like the early hours of the morning, probably like 1 or 2, you drive for a few hours as the sun eventually begins to come up, and then it's a few hours after that, so about early, a little bit before noon, you actually arrive at the town that you were expecting to get to at you were expecting to get to this place at about like evening today, but considering that you bugged out very early, you are here now. It is a little. It's not a coaching in town like Riverbend was. It's just a small settlement along the roadside where maybe there is some useful natural resources around the area. There's built into the ruin of what used to be an old, one of those little blink and you miss it towns, but it's got the necessary infrastructure for travelers to stop over for a bit. The old intersection of the highway that you've been driving on and a decent-sized county road. There's a little diner, which has been turned into a sort of tavern, old little motel that's been refurbished and back in operation. General stores, the usual. It's fairly small, maybe population of maybe like 100 to 200 at most. So not nothing, but pretty small. You can see it's got a kind of a dusty main road leading into town, branching off from the highway that you're on. Some people are moving around working. You hear the clink clink of a blacksmith working with scrap somewhere. Music playing out of the open windows of the diner. A couple older, maybe some people are sitting around on rocking on wooden rocking chairs on front porches. The odd disheveled, maybe traveler or homeless person or beggar or poking around the main street. Well, we can stop over here for a little bit. I'll purchase some more fuel from that gas station over there. Hopefully they have some.
No. He puts his hand on his shoulder and pulls him back. No. You're staying inside the car. You are not getting out until we get to your destination.
Excuse me, Lieutenant Tabert. Am I free to go?
Yes, you're free to, kid. But we're not going to have our client expose himself and be noticed by people.
Hey.
You're the expert. Okay, I'll stay here.
With that, Akira goes off to the blacksmith.
Will accompany Akira to the smith.
Literal
He's been
child,
awake since
precious
second-
baby, perfect boy.
Yep.
What are you talking about? I've got Raira.
You have, yes, but you do not have an adult.
I have a killing machine.
Bit of advice she told Akira: lie better. Good mother, absolutely great mothering. Don't tell people where you're from. Don't tell people what you're doing that you don't know.
Is there any place in town where Max can clean himself up and take a shower or a bath or something?
Yeah, that would be the motel. Would probably be the best place to go for that. They offer rooms, but some, even if you're not staying over, they do just let you, they just let you rent a little bath, clean yourself up a little.
That's what he'll do, and then he makes sure his clothes are all tidy and clean, and then he will sleep in the driver's seat of the van.
Okay. His golden scales are shining most magnificently.
Perfect. As it should be.
Horns nicely polished.
Good.
Akira and Siobhan and Raira, who is never a step away from Akira, do find the local blacksmith. It is looks like a ram fellow with a short, coarse brown fur, those really, really big curling horns that are basically like two solid discs of bone on each side of his head. Is working. Looks like he's got an operation, something to scrap or reforging mostly collected scrap metal into useful tools. He's working on what looks like pounding what might have been a road sign at one point, like a metal stop sign that's had all the paint scrubbed off of it by just the sheer passage of time and wind, and appears to be hammering it into a cooking pan.
Awesome.
He looks up, gives you a little grunt of hello, and okay, so he double takes and says, well, my stars, I've spent all my life working with metal, but I've never seen so much of it just walking around on its own.
Oh. Yes. Built her myself. Once again, he looks up at Siobhan.
And Siobhan seems surprised by that as well, being like, oh, okay. Did not expect that.
Well, yeah.
By the way, did you take, by any chance, did you take deception, Jay?
I mean, it's not completely wrong, right?
I think that we're getting into the spirit of telling someone a falsehood with intent to conceal the truth.
Yep, very fair. Do I at least get some sort of benefit? I mean, bonus for...
I told
for
you not
the-
to tell the truth. I didn't tell you how to not tell the truth good.
Well, he just goes, right, of course you did, son. What
yeah.
what can I do for you people?
Yeah, I'm also a bit of a craftsman myself, and I had this really cool idea from stuff I found, and with that he pulls out a toy gun, like a toy weapon, but what appears to be its bayonet is remarkably large. Like basically, it's a pistol. Yeah. You guys know what a gunblade is.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, never made not exactly much of a hand for working with weapons beyond made more than a few utility knives and such. Not exactly a gunsmith, but I've seen a couple people who go in for that kind of thing.
Why that sword got a gun on it? I mean, it's neat, but like, what's the functional like? You up close, you gonna stab somebody and shoot them? Is that your play? Because like, good on you if that's the case. You just died.
Akira looks down at the weapon, and he looks back up at Siobhan. He looks back up at Siobhan. Do you want to hold it?
Sure, I'll hold it.
You can try to swing it. I think it feels pretty good.
Granted,
she'll definitely look at it.
Granted, it is very easy to swing around because it is in fact a plastic toy. Probably a very, very old one. Actually, I saw there was a guy came through a while back. He was a double-barreled shotgun with an axe blade in the stock.
Oh, again, Akira's eyes light up. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna be telling the missus about that tonight. Nice meeting you, son.
And he just speeds off with Raira behind him.
Kind of does little pleasant wave to the smith. Excitable youth. Gotta appreciate them where you can. Am I right?
Certainly can.
She'll excuse herself and keep Akira in eyesight while she just kind of strolls behind him. This dude's probably the heir to some rich ass family. If he's dead, she's fucked. So she's gotta keep an eye on him until she learns more.